Hello there. Welcome back to our SOC Lab Series. Lab 5, we are going to be installing DeepSeek and we are going to make a call by Postman. So first we need to discuss an overview of GenAI and LLMs. Then we're going to discuss Cloud AI versus installing locally. Then we're going to install Ollama, which is our open source software that's going to enable us to run ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever library, whatever model we need on our local machine. And then we need to pull DeepSeek. Then we are going to edit the configuration of the API settings of Ollama so that it can accept external calls. Then we are going to make an external call by the Postman. Okay. Now let's first discuss the generative AI. And as per definition with Wikipedia, it's a subset of AI that uses generative models to produce text, images, videos, or other forms of data. And we all know about DeepSeek, for example, or ChatGPT. The point here is that we can use this interface to ask a question, and then this AI, GenAI, whatever was it, ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever, it's going to reply back. Now, the point here is that we need something like Ollama. This is where the magic goes, because this is the software that we are going to install, for example, on Windows or whatever. Here we are going to be installing it on Ubuntu. And this Ollama is going to enable us to run LLMs like DeepSeek on our local machine. So LLMs stand for the large language models. Okay, it's a type of machine learning that's designed for natural language processing, such as language generations. And simply that, for example, if we have a model, a large language model, for example, maybe maybe for language translation, for example. It's going to be fed with a huge number of data sets, and it's going to be trained and then tuned so that we make sure that we have the correct output. So we have two main components. We have our Ollama that we are going to install on the Ubuntu, and then Ollama alone, it's not enough. It's designed to run some local LLM that we are going to download, just like this, Ollama and DeepSeek and so on. And then using Ollama, we are going to be able to run this on our local machines. Now, why do we need to run it on our local machine if we have some cloud like this DeepSeek for free? Well, for privacy reasons, it would be much better that we have it installed locally, especially that if we are going to test this on our lab, if we can have this as a local service installed, it will be much better. We can configure it the way we want, that best meet our needs, and we can preserve our data privacy. This is not specific for the DeepSeek or ChatGPT. This is general for GenAI. I'm speaking about this privacy. It's much better to be local. Okay, back to our server. When we hit our local storage, we can find here our ISO images and our CT templates. I do have this template for the standard Ubuntu 24.10. How we can get it? We can simply hit templates, and then in this search we may write Ubuntu. Okay, now this is the last one, this 24.10. We hit download, and then it will be there. I won't, because I already did it. Okay, now we are going to create an Ubuntu machine, and then on this Ubuntu machine we are going to create to install this Ollama. Okay, now hit create city, and then our host name is going to be DeepSeek. I'll call it 2 because I already have one. And then we are going to create a password. And this password we need to write it down because we are going to need it. This is the root password of this machine. And the template here, 2410. For the disk, I'm going to give it 100 giga. And for CPU, I'll make them 2. The memory, 16 gigabyte. And network, I'm going to give it a LAN network. And this static, I'm going to let it be 10. It's up to you, of course. Slash, you need to write down your slash. This may vary up to your installation in your local network. We can leave this to take the default of the selected card. It's LAN in our case. Hit finish. Okay. Now here's our DeepSeek 2. We can have start. Okay. Now first step, we need to log it. Okay. As a first step, we need to sudo apt-get update. Then we are going to install Perl because we're going to need it. I'll be leaving all these commands in the description. Then we are going to install Ollama. Okay, now we can check Ollama version. That's good. Next, active. Now let's pull our DeepSeek. Here you can have Ollama pull. Then you write here your required LLM to be pulled. In this case, we are going to be using DeepSeek 7B. Okay, we're done now. Let's move to the next step. Now we're running DeepSeek. As you can see, it's working. It's nice. We have successfully installed DeepSeek locally on our machine. Okay, now we need to hit Ctrl D to exit. Okay. Now, as we can see, it's working. It can listen on localhost port 11434. We need to change this so that we can call it from external interfaces like Postman. Now we need to add this here between these two lines. This is surface environment ollama host, and this is the IP that we identified at the installation step. Then we hit Control O, hit enter, then Control X. Right here. Now we need to restart ollama surface. Okay. Now this is the Ollama API documentation on GitHub. I'll be leaving this link in the description. So we can, for example, have list of the running models. In this example, it's gonna return Mistral. So we need to open our Postman. Okay. Now here in Postman, we have here, this is HTTP and the IP of our server, colon, and the port 11434, and then API.ps. We got it from the documentation, but it's none. And of course, we have our authorization of the user and password. Okay. Now, if we hit send, here it is. It's listing us this DeepSeek. We have only one model of the DeepSeek. We got it. Okay, let's have another example. Maybe we need to generate something. This API generate. Okay, and you are going to post some parameters. Here's this, like this example. Okay, we're going to have this. So back to Postman. Replace this. Now this is post, and in our body can have this parameters model DeepSeek -r1 :7b, and the prompt will be hello, how are you, the one we used in our terminal about 10 minutes ago. And then we have stream false, stream because we don't want it to be a word or by word. So let's try this. Taking some time. Okay, we're done now. Here's the response. This think tag. Hello, I'm just a virtual assistant, so I don't have feelings, but I'm here and ready to help you with whatever you need. How are you today? And I think that's great. And yes, we're done. Now, we do have a successfully running DeepSeek on Ollama, and we can call it externally from some client like Postman. That's great. See you in the next video.